Hey guys, so I'm going to show you basic things what you need for the ring when you're entering the ring with a Tamaskan. So I know not everybody is going to be like really into this with all the grooming tables and stuff like that, so this is just like the bare minimum of kind of what you need. Um, so for when you enter a dog show, you'll get a number. This might be backwards, I don't know if it will be. This is from a different show I did, not with Wiley. You'll get a number and a couple of elastic bands, and they go on your left arm. And so you put the elastic band on first, and then you stick the number in. And if your dog sits a lot, if your Tamaskan sits a lot, you'll want to bring a comb as well, just to kind of fluff their butt back up because their butt hair tends to fall down. What you can also do is you can bring treats in the ring or like a small squeaky toy. So what you can do is you can put your treats just in your little pouch here, and that way you can kind of grab them if you need them. Personally, I hold 2 treats in my hand because I generally don't need any more than that. There you go. But for dogs like Wiley that don't really pay attention and he puts his ears back when he's really happy, you might want to bring a few more treats. So anything really will do. I've seen people bring like pieces of boiled chicken, ham, anything. For collars and leashes, things like this are not acceptable. You have to have, you can use a bigger choke chain, but you're gonna look kind of dumb. Most people use the show chains, or, well, the show chains and then either a really thin, very, very thin leather lead, a satin braided show lead, beads or no beads, a kangaroo leather braided show lead, or the Resco leads, which are basically paracord. They come in 2 styles, like this, which is the martingale style, or like this, which is the choke style. Doesn't really matter what you choose. These are fairly cheap, between $15 to $30 depending on where you are. I'm in Canada, so they're a little bit more expensive, about $25 to $30. In the US though, I know you guys get stuff a lot cheaper. These satin show leads run about the same price until you start getting into beads, which can increase your cost quite dramatically. So these are leads that I make. This one is in the $40 to $50 range. The kangaroo leather gets much more expensive. These are more like $80 to $150, depending on who you get from, beads again or no beads. Talking with the judges and other exhibitors, the colors don't really matter. Some people like the bright colors, some people like to match their dogs. It doesn't particularly matter, but I have heard that if you're the only one in the ring with a bright green leash and everybody else has black or gray leashes, then the judges will notice you. But that also means they'll notice your dog more if they're going to misbehave or something like that. So when I show the dachshund I handle, I have a green and black lead and then a green slip collar. With Wiley, I would probably use a gray and green with a show chain. If you have a puppy, don't use a show chain. It's just a little bit too much. You can get a braided collar like this, or you can get a Resco style collar like this. Just the chains they can pull out hair and stuff, and you don't really want to do that with a puppy. With the adults, the idea is to disturb the mane as like the least amount as possible. So if I put it on Wiley, come here, boy, come here, come here, I know, come here, peace, here, come here, dog, come here. Such a good listener, oh my goodness. So the idea is that it doesn't disturb the mane. So you can't tell there's a collar. Wiley, stop. You can't tell there's a collar on, is the idea with the chains. Whereas if you had something like a bigger collar, it's pretty noticeable. Here, I'll tell you what. Yeah. More or less. Okay, stop. So that's what you'd need if you're just going for the kicks. Just a paracord lead or a chain and a cheap lead, doesn't really matter. But yeah, things like these types of leashes, the flat nylon leashes, even the rope leashes, can't do it. You have to have something a little bit better.